dive really deep into today's class, where we will do justice to. Remember, today is actually a continuation of what we did the last time, where we talked a lot about how to practically turn any of your skill set into what you can actually monetize and make some money out from it. This is not just about money, this is about building a whole career out for yourself. This is about actually coming up successfully with whatever tech skill you are going to learn from us or you've already had, be it cybersecurity, be it UI UX, be it web development, be it AI literacy or agentic AI, videography is not left behind, cinematography is not left behind, data analysis is not left behind. So we are going to be touching every single aspect of tech and exactly, right, practically how you can be able to turn that into making some money for yourself. And when I say some money, it depends on how you see that. To some people, some money is 100,000. To some people, some money is 10 million naira, and to some money can be categorized from 100 million naira and above. So when I say some money, I am not placing any limits to that amount. But of course, effort is what determines the actual amount you will make from it. And my job is to show you practically what you need to actually do and exactly how to go about it, because I have done this myself for the last how many years. And in case you're joining us for the very first time, my name is Lawson Godwin Hezekiah, and I am most proud to actually be on this end of this transaction. Like I said, we are about to do some kind of transaction right now, and these transactions might not involve money because you join this class for free, but at the same time we will be paying with other currencies. Like I've always said, aside from money, there are other currencies of life which include attention, right, which includes time, and what else? So we would be transacting today. You are going to pay me your attention, and in return for your attention, I'm going to give you information that will shape your career. Is that okay? Okay, I've seen Andrew Asukwo, I have seen Miracle, I've seen Caleb Bob. Welcome, Caleb. I've seen Fred. Okay, Fred, how are you doing? Seen Miracle. So last time I showed you how to build business from your skills. And then we stopped somewhere along the line. We stopped at when we were about to see how can we actually get clients. Because building a business is good, but without clients patronizing, you cannot really call it a business. So we're about to take in whatever it is you had learned last time into actually turning it into a business that bring in clients. And we will do a couple of things in that process. Like I said, whatever skill set you have will be very, very valid, because we will touch down all of it and make the very best out of this. I want to give you guys practical examples. Like I said, this is about practicals. So if you learn the data analysis, I'm going to be aiming towards giving you the practicals that will help you turn that data analysis skill that you have at the moment into something you can make some money from. Is that okay? So have it in mind, this is me giving you expo. Like I've always said, everybody writes exams. But if you remember something when we were still in school, They usually these people that come with what they call brain support, and this brain support did something for them. And usually that was they could pull out their brain support, and guess what they can do with it? With their brain support, they can easily write faster than you, who uses your physical brain. So what we're about to do here is simply me giving you guys brain support on exactly how you can navigate the whole tech thing, so that what took me myself over 5 years to learn can take you just 6 months to actually learn, and what takes others many more months to learn will take you just a few days or a few hours to actually learn, master, practice, and then get things set for yourself, so your possible your goals can actually be achieved. So today we are going to dive deep into how to get clients and make your first money with any tech skill that you have. I want to emphasize today that we are all about all the skills we covered. Last time we pointed out a thing on digital marketing, and we did something on PR, how to set up the whole stuff. And if you are actually into digital marketing and you want some more guidance on that, right, you are going to reach out to me, so we will be able to give you some more examples in addition to what we already did before now. But then, if you are here with any other skill set from web development, cybersecurity, and the rest, don't worry, stay tuned, because we have you covered. Don't forget that the most reasons why people don't make money is because they have skill sets. I've always said this is beyond tech skills, right? This is beyond tech skills. Having a skill is good. I'm not going to deny that. But it is just 30% of every single thing you need. Now that you have a tech skill, you need to know some practical steps to take. Having a tech skill is good. Having any kind of skill set is good, but how do you know the opportunities around you? We'll talk about that today, and then we will talk about a few examples that you can actually implement from today. And at the same time too, I have an assignment for you. So please take note of this assignment you are about to get from me now. Let me drop the assignment on the chat board. Anybody here knows about credibility? What the word credibility means? If you know what credibility means, then we want to do some certain things about credibility. Because like I said, having a skill is good, but there are some things you need to have to actually bring money into your pocket. If you don't have those things, you cannot see money in your pocket. This assignment is going to be very difficult, but we will have a full session where we talk about this. But before we do that, I want you guys to do some research. This is the hack, this is the expo if you want to actually make money in tech. We talked about coats of many colors the other time, and there's something that we did not mention, which I know is so important that you actually know. It is called credibility indicators. You must know and you must have in place credibility indicators as a brand that you are, or as a person you are into tech and you do not know what credibility indicators are or what it means, then you are on a long, long thing. Thank you very much, Vanquish. You said that credibility means how much someone or something can be trusted or believed. That's excellent, right? Now, before you can be trusted and you can be believed, what are the things that you need in place for someone to say, oh, I can trust this guy, I can trust this girl, I can trust this brand? What are those things? Those are the things that we will have to look at, and you must have them intact. People say, oh, I submitted my CV here, there, but I didn't get any feedback. People say, I did job for him one time, he did not give me another job anymore. There were no referrals. People say, oh, I know so many people, but no one is patronizing me. I post on my WhatsApp status every single day. Thank you very much. That's a very good example, right? People say they post on their WhatsApp every day and get 50 views, 100 views, even 200 views, but nobody is actually patronizing them. The question is, why is nobody patronizing you? Do you have credibility indicators? Somebody say, I am into cybersecurity. So far, so good. No brand has paid me money to carry some service for them yet. The question is, why haven't they done that? It's okay to go and post on WhatsApp and do all of those things, but do you have credibility indicators in place? Because when someone sees that this person can be trusted, that is when they are now able to open their bank account and make transfer. Sometimes the people you pitch to want what you have, but they can't proceed. Do you know why? Because there are no credibility indicators. What I'm telling you now is something that you might never have heard about this. People can just tell you, oh, are you credible? Are you trusted? The question is, let us dissect that very well and see, what does being trusted really mean? And what are the things that make you come out trusted as someone that's into tech, as someone with a tech skill, as somebody who just submitted a proposal, or as somebody who has posted a certain offer or flyer on their WhatsApp status? Why should they proceed to asking you, how much is this? And then why should they actually send money to your account? There is something called credibility indicators, and those things are the things you must have for your client base to actually increase. And I learned some of these things pretty much late, but I had a couple of it, some of it myself, which I did not even know, which I made use of it when I was still very active on Facebook like 4 or 5 years ago. And these things were the reason people trusted me enough to do business with me. People trusted me enough to refer people to me because of these indicators, some of which I did without even knowing what I was doing, but those things made sense. And it took me some time before I realized what exactly it is I was doing and what was working. Like I said, the reason for these classes is so that what people like me did in 5 years, or learned or realized in 5, 6, 7, even 10 years, you can learn those things much earlier while you are still learning, or after you've just finished learning, but then be able to get straight to the point and do what's necessary for you to do, and then get this thing out of the way. Someone said consistency, someone said honesty, which are really, really good. But these are the more like the characteristics of a credible person. But then the question is, how will somebody see that you are actually consistent? And how will somebody say this guy is an honest person? Do you understand? Why would they say, what are the things that will have to be in place for them to say this guy is an honest person? Because if you write it on your status, hello, I'm an honest person, they cannot see that. Do you understand? They can't say that you're honest. They cannot say that you are honest. So for them to say that this guy is an honest person, you must have some credibility indicators in place that will tell them exactly who you are, what you represent, and why they should trust and invest in you or pay you money in the very first place. Credibility indicators. I want all of us to do a lot of research on that, because we will have a full day session and break into that step by step. So that's your assignment. Take it down. Don't just do your assignment. I will provide a link very soon where you can submit your assignment, and I will likely just send it to the groups at once in case you do not see the link here. All right. Yeah, so take note of that. Because, okay, let me try to get the link right now for you guys on this chat, because I would like you to do your assignment. Do it gently, carefully, research properly, because it is very important that you have this thing. If you were with us from last year when we spoke about branding and pitching, we touched some things on this, but I did not do enough justice to why should people trust you. So some persons came to my inbox and said, oh, I've sent in over 20 applications and proposals. I got only one, or I don't even get any job out of the whole thing. The question is not if your proposal was good enough. The question is, was your credibility indicator visible? Could they see that this guy is really credible? If they cannot see that you are credible, they will tend not to be able to patronize you. So we need to do some research on this, master this, and I will personally make sure that I go through this myself and then take a whole day session. But before you can be able to do that with me successfully, you must have been able to do some research on this. And don't joke with this at all, because this is where the whole story changes for everybody. Credibility indicators, you must have it to actually forge ahead, to actually go ahead into what you want to do, to actually get clients to say, okay, take my money. Right? Like I told you guys, I have clients that when they pay me for a service, you hear something like, oh, Lawson, thank you very much. And you wonder that people don't like to make transfer. Yes, they don't like to make transfers, but they make transfers with so much joy. Immediately, they are sure that you are going to deliver, or what you've delivered is going to be the very best. But before you even get to that point, one of the things that you will need, very important, will be credibility indicators that will help make what was supposed to be really hard for you much, much easier. So I've just dropped the link now to submit your assignment. Okay, hold on, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Drop the link. You see the link. So if you just go to godwinlawson.com/AS, that's assignment. You can sum your assignment right here. Okay, so I need to get that out of the way because of how important it is. Credibility indicators. These things will change the whole struggle to get paid. Someone, I think he's on this call now, I don't want to mention his name, to ask me, he came and said he has sent over 20 applications, and he only got one job at the end of the day. I don't even pay him so well. Ask him how much did they pay. He said something on this thing. I think he said something about, is it 80,000 naira or thereabout. And then I reviewed what he was doing, and I realized that one thing he didn't have was credibility indicators in place. So I need to treat this one very well. So please, can you do your research? If you do research very, very well, before I even get to talk about this topic, you would have already gone really far, which is very, very important that you do. And your assignment will be submitted to me here. When you submit your assignment to me, I will reach out to you personally so we can review what you've done. And then I'll see how to help you personally get things done for yourself. So please turn on assignment. We have 2 assignments today. That's number 1 assignment. And we'll give you the other assignment immediately we get to that. Okay? Okay, so back to our main class, where I will start by giving you guys the formula, what I call the formula, the master formula to actually getting everything career-wise set up for yourself. And number 1, like I mentioned on the other previous session, is that you need a skill. And then inside that skill, let's say you are let's say you do programming, you do back-end, front-end, web development. That's the skill set, right? And then you need to pick a niche. Okay, let me leave web development alone and then go to cybersecurity, right? Let's say you are into cybersecurity. Instead of you to learn cybersecurity and then wait for a job to come, which will surely come, right? What are the other things you can do that can benefit you far more than getting a job as a cybersecurity expert? You can actually go into now. There's one job that's really, really popular among people that do cybersecurity that I myself actually have a lot of benefit from this. Every single time I build something for a client, one thing that happened with me and that client is that I always tell them about security of their platforms. Now that's because I know what I'm doing. Other developers out there do not say these things to their clients. So what do? You can simply go to any website of your choice, government website, church website, NGO website, e-commerce website, and what do? You simply send them a message telling them that you can run a pen test. You can pen test their applications or their website and be able to show them what is wrong with their website security-wise. And people charge for this service between 50,000 naira and 100,000. Personally, because I've been here for a while, I charge between 300,000 naira and 500,000 to do proper website testing and auditing of security. As a matter of fact, I'm not even like as an expert in terms of cybersecurity at the moment, but I have people that work with me. Do you understand? So what I do here is we reach out to clients and we tell them something like, we can run pen testing on your website and applications and see the security loophole that you currently have, so you can be able to prevent people from stealing from your website and every other thing else, getting hacked and all of those things. And if these sites are usually e-commerce websites, they always love this service. And you can just simply sit down there. Now, nothing people also do mistakenly is they depend only on Upwork. But whether you do this on Upwork or this on Fiverr or wherever, but you can simply go to any website you see on the internet and tell them, I can help you run pen testing. And they pay you between $50 and $100 or even more. And when this testing is done and you've seen some loopholes on their website, what do you do next? You can go ahead and fix those things for them by simply charging any amount that is okay with you. Between $200 and $500 can be charged for these services. Now, if it's a local site, you can charge between 50,000 naira and 100,000 naira. But then that also takes us back to what I said by credibility indicators. You must have these things intact, because the higher or the more you have these indicators, the more chances of you getting paid or even a higher amount. Some people charge the same services for 50,000 naira if they take that amount, while some others charge over 500,000 naira, but it is still the same service. The difference sometimes is just the credibility indicators that they have in place. Are you with me? Now, the same thing happens to UI UX people, right? If you are here doing UI UX, it's not to just learn how to design design whatever interface you want to design, UI, and then possibly get a job from that. There's a lot of money that I have also benefited from by simply going into all those old websites. There are so many government websites, so many e-commerce websites that was built 10 years ago. And one thing that you might need to also know to get this done easily will be, you need to do what we call domain ranking systems, where you can be able to select which domain has been alive or has been around for over 10 years, right? Please write that down, so you don't forget. This will work for everybody, whether you do cybersecurity, programming, UI, UX, whatever it is you do. Please write this down. Write domain age checker. Let me send a link that you can use to check the age of a domain. So I'm going to send you guys, let me confirm the exact link, where you can go and then find older websites. This thing works for everybody, including those that are interested in contacting clients with old websites and they want to build new websites for them. How do you simply do that? You can go and research on domains that have been around for over 10 years, over 15 years. Usually those sites have bad designs, and you can simply tell them, I can redesign your website for you, and you will love it, because what you have right now is olden. What you have right now is out of date. I can give an example, and then with your credibility indicators, they will easily love to patronize you. Are you with me? So if you simply go Google domain, okay, I've gotten one link right now for you. Make use of this link and you will love the outcome. Okay, please give me 30 seconds. I'll be back.
Dundo's got big news coming. It's a beat spreading to new streets. It's a chorus reaching new ears. And it's music to everyone's ears. Watch this space.
Okay, welcome back. My network is behaving somehow, so I had to switch immediately to something new. So let's continue with the master formula that you need. Number one, you must have a skill, you must have a niche, you must have an offer, and then you must have people which will then pay you money. Currently, right now, you are learning a skill, whichever skill it is, you have to pick a niche. So security, I'll give you guys an example right now, which is you can decide to go into or become a website tester, a website security auditor. Do not wait until you have a job coming in. You simply do what? You simply audit websites for clients, and then they will pay you good money for that. If you are into what? If you are into data analysis, what do? You do not tell them, I analyze data. People will not understand you. Instead of saying, I analyze data, what do you say? You say, I help business to understand their money. Do you understand? Now, this thing can play very well with boutiques. There are big boutiques around you here now. What do? You go to those boutiques and give the proposal and tell them, I can actually help your business to understand their money, how the money comes in, how the money goes out, how everything is done here physically in terms of money-wise. I can help you not just analyze it, but make you understand your money. If you send this message to a boutique owner, chances are that they will call you in to do your job immediately. This thing works also for e-commerce platforms too. I have had a couple of offers from this. I've had people work for my clients because they needed people to help them analyze their data so they understand the money part in their business. So what do? You can make them an offer. What's the offer? The offer is, I will track your sales and show you where your profit is going. I will track your sales and show you where you are making losses from. Do you understand? Now, when a boutique owner hears something like this, or an e-commerce vendor hears something like this, what do? They want you to offer this service to them, and you can charge between 30,000 naira to 200,000 naira for doing this alone. And you can even put it on a monthly. I can tell them, I'll do this for you every single month, and they might return you for 50,000 to 100,000 or even more, depending on the amount of data that they have for you to analyze every single month. Now, if you are learning data analysis, you have to think of yourself as someone that is not a data analyst. Rather, you have to think of yourself as you are a money clarity expert. Now, these are the things that makes the difference. If you remember last year, if you were here last year, we talked about branding. You say you do this, but what are you really doing? In data analysis, you are not just a data analyst. In fact, if you go to somebody who owns a boutique and tell them, I am a data analyst, what you are saying to them wouldn't make a lot of sense unless they're already, grounded with that knowledge of what you are doing. But the easy thing for you to tell them is, hello, I provide clarity to money, or I am a money clarity expert, or I am your business money clarity expert. That's how you put yourself out for them. Because when they understand, oh, this person coming in here will help me understand how my money is actually going in and out, and you not just do this, but you put this in a graphical form where I get to see what exactly I'm spending money on, or what's taking my money on, or how the money is coming in, what happened yesterday, what happened 2 days ago, what happened 5 days ago, even if you can help them track what happened, possibly even compare between the 12 months of the year, which of the months did you have more sales? What time of the day did you have more sales? So they can now know when to open their offices and when to close it. So you do not go and tell them, I am a data analyst. Rather, you tell them, I am a money clarity expert. Now, let us go to, if you do videography, you cannot say, I shoot videos. That makes sense, but not so much. Instead, what you sell would be, I help businesses attract customers using videos. Number one, someone who has a business somewhere hears the fact that, or let's say a restaurant hears you say, I help businesses like you. Or if it's me, I wouldn't even say I help you, I will say, I help restaurants like yours. If it's a fashion store, you tell them, I help fashion stores to attract customers using videos. Or I make videos that will help these salons get more customers. So what do? You tell them, I will create 10 short videos for your business every single month. And then you go straight to telling them how much you would charge for that service. But this is the part where I said we should do your assignment and check carefully what exactly does credibility indicators really mean, so that what do you do next? You will go to people and tell them, I will make 10 videos for you, and they will take you for your word and send the money to you because they have seen the credibility indicators intact and they can trust on that. Now, if you do UI UX design, don't say, I design applications. You tell them, I help business increase sales by improving their user experience. So what do? Again, your target audience are still those people who have built their website years ago. I would give you guys, I'll give you guys about 4 different websites where you can actually go to and analyze and see websites that have been around for so amount of years. And what do? You reach out to them and tell them, I can redesign your website and improve the user experience. What I'm telling you guys right now, in this month alone, I've had 2 different jobs that had to do with redesigning their websites. And I had to work with a UI UX person to get this actualized. And what do? You redesign landing pages. Trust me, there are millions of landing pages that are not looking good at the moment. And your job is to position yourself in a place where you get to do 3 to 5 of these jobs every single month. And you charge them between 100K and 300K. You can even charge more than that. Also, depending on your credibility indicators. That assignment is very important that you do it. So you go ahead and do the assignment, because we would have a whole day where we break things down on that credibility indicators. Now, let's say you do web development, right? A lot of you guys are here. You are not a web developer. You do not say, I build websites. That is so generic. Hello, what do you do? Hello, I build websites. No. So what do you say? You say, I build websites for churches. I build, if it's on to you right now is a school, tell them, I build websites for schools. If this person in front of you is into e-commerce, you tell him that you build e-commerce websites. Do you understand? Don't introduce website building. Introduce wedding website building. Introduce something specifically to their niche. Me right now, yesterday I pitched a business to somebody, and what did I tell them? I told them that I build websites for schools library, not even like a school website anymore now. I told them that I build website for school library. I was at Aqua Poly the other day, and I told them that I build website for school libraries. Not the whole school, but just for their libraries. Do you understand? I built website for your library because the person in front of me was the librarian. I cannot go and say I build school website. That will not trigger that person to give me their attention. So what do I tell them? I tell them I build website for school libraries. And I'm very specific with the niche. You have to niche it down. Don't say I build websites. No, say I build school websites. Say I build real estate websites. Say I build oil company websites. As a matter of fact, like 4 years ago when I decided to target company websites so I can build sites for them, I actually developed a portfolio and a proposal that said that I do oil company websites. You see, you can say company website, right? But sometimes you have to dive deep to a particular category and say I build oil company website, and for like 3 good years, most of my clients was coming from oil companies, and I've built websites for oil companies in Port Harcourt, in Enugu, in Lagos, in Dubai, and in many places. Just because I focused on building websites for oil company. And what's the offer you make here? The offer you make here is simple. You tell them, I will build a website that brings you customers, that brings you this. Whatever the customers are is what you are going to tell them you will do. If I build website for school libraries, I tell them that I am going to build websites that will get your articles featured on Google Scholars. If I build websites for e-commerce people, I'll tell them I'm going to build websites that will help increase the number of people that actually pay money from your website. Website that people can make payments, and instead of you have to chat with people on WhatsApp, you can simply just place your product on the website and it sells for you automatically. You have to niche down whatever offer you're trying to make. And you can charge between 100,000 and 500,000 naira by simply doing what? Charging or being direct with your business. And again, do not forget what I said, credibility indicators. Those things have to be in place. Because you don't expect anybody to send you money without them being sure that this guy here is credible. If I should give you one of the all of the things that you can place on yourself as an indicator that you are trusted, the fact that you are a middle school student and you have a middle school ID card is a good example of what you call credibility indicator. And then there are a lot more examples. But you have to know these things so that when the time comes, you can actually make good use of them. Because if you are a general developer, people make this mistake a lot. If you do general web development, you are going to struggle a lot. Trust me on that. If you do I do general designing, you are going to struggle. When you tell people, I do this, no. Break it down to one thing and tell them this is what I do. And possibly show them a link on GitHub that shows the things that you've done pertaining to what you say you are doing. Another credibility indicator. Now, if you want to go deeper, you can say something like, okay, people can see all of these things, but you see, when it comes to making transfer of over 1 million naira, people go beyond just you showing proof of your work. And do you know what they look for next? Who are you? Now, who you are is going to be part of the credibility indicators that you must have. And when we break into this very well, we will actually touch down perfectly well on how to actually set up these credibility indicators and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's go deeper, right? How do you actually acquire clients practically? Because at this point, you understand what to sell, right? If you are doing cybersecurity, you know what to sell. I've touched on that. If you are actually, if you are a developer, you know what to sell. You don't sell the general, you sell something specifically, right? If you are into UI UX, you know what to sell. If you do videography, you know what to sell, right? If you do digital marketing, you know what to sell. So now the question is, how do you find these people to sell to? How do you find them to sell to them? Because there are many places you can go find, or there are many, I call it client sources, right? Source of clients. There are a lot of places, but we talk about 3. And these 3 are likely going to be free. You don't have to pay any money to actually get these 3 started. Are you with me? Now, number 1 is your immediate environment. The people sitting down next to you, right, are the people that can pay you money faster. The fastest source is the people sitting down with you. I don't know where you are right now. If you're in your house, your people in your house are number 1. Then your friends, number 2. People you meet in church. You see, church, don't play with church. People like me, right? I don't know where my life would be right now without the church. Now, people in church are one of the fastest people that will pay you money, because some of them already know your father. They know your parents, right? They know they even know where to catch you. They know that you respect your pastors. So they will easily want to try something out with you. Oh, I can do this now. I can do that for you. You pay some amount of money, and this person has been seeing you in the choir. They can easily send money to your account to try you and get what you say you can actually do. Then people in school, and then ultimately people on your WhatsApp status. I am someone that makes a lot of money from WhatsApp status every single year. I believe I make over 10 millions of naira just by making use of my WhatsApp status. If I say, oh, you don't post so much, it doesn't matter. Whenever I put on WhatsApp, I know what I'm posting. At this point in my life, I'm no longer into the whole aggressive marketing on WhatsApp anymore. Everyone on my WhatsApp knows what I already do. So what I now do now is just more like refreshing their memory. I could post a picture of what I do without even adding any caption to it. All I need to use my WhatsApp to do right now is to simply tell them I am still here in case you need me. But you, on the other end, if you've not consistently for over the how many years let people know what you do, you have to be aggressively pushing what you do. Post it. Don't get tired of posting. 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, I used to make over 20 posts in a day on Facebook. I used to post over 20 on my WhatsApp also. Do you know how you post on WhatsApp so much that someone can't really count, someone can't really see the number of posts you've made on your status, so they would think it's just one post until they click on it. And when they click on it, guess what they see? You've posted over 20. So all the dots have connected. That was my status before now. And I used to post 20 to 30 posts on my WhatsApp every blessed day. So finding clients are really like your clients on your WhatsApp. They send them with your church. You go to a church and you come from church without anybody knowing what you do. You go to church, you go to school, even your friends don't even know what you do, that you can build websites, that you can secure their platforms for them. People on your Facebook, okay, most of you guys have done a lot on that one, right? Post on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your LinkedIn, and everywhere else. And then when you want to send somebody a message about what you do, please be very simple with it and very straight to the point. You have pitching, you will not have any issue with this, but if you need me to give you some kind of script you will have to send to people that you're texting for the very first time, please kindly let me know that, and I will be glad to forward it to you. Because number one that I mentioned is your environment. That's your church, your friends, your school, your WhatsApp contacts, right? Number two is social media. Who are the people you are sending friend requests to? Some have 5,000 friends on WhatsApp, on Facebook, but 4,995 don't have any business. It's time to go back there and unfriend them and start adding people that are actually running businesses. So when you post on Facebook, they can actually see. And if they don't patronize you, what will they do? They are going to refer to their friends. When those topics comes on wherever they sit down, they are going to refer you. People trust Facebook because on Facebook, people can easily expose somebody by tagging them and saying, oh, this person scammed me. Do you understand? So people on Facebook are going to want to trust you faster because they know that if you do anything that they do not like, they can make a post about you. So Facebook becomes your primary place to go to, then Instagram, then TikTok, and then LinkedIn. Keep posting things like, I help businesses do this. I help churches to live stream their services. I help turn old designs into new attractive designs. I help secure platforms from internet theft and hackers. Depending on what you do, you have to keep making this post. And this thing that I'm talking to you right now will also play a big role in your credibility indicator. Then the most powerful one is after you posted and posted and posted and posted and posted, and when you are scrolling through your Facebook one day and you see a post about somebody who has just started a new business, what do you do to them? You go and tell them, hello, I can help you secure this your platform from getting hacked. You do a direct outreach. Some people call it cold messaging. But this thing converts so well. How many people have you sent a message to recently and tell them what you can do? Now, if you want a script, if you do not know how to go about this, I will like to send you some scripts because I have a couple of scripts that I've been using over the years that have given me results. What do you do? Simply, you can actually send them scripts and do some editing into the whole thing, put their names into it, and they now know about what you do. Even if they're not ready to present it right now, they can talk to you later on and present you later on, and you are in business. But direct outreach is number 3. Very important. You don't have to pay money to reach anybody that's already your friend on Facebook, on your WhatsApp, on your LinkedIn, on wherever. Every day you wake up in the morning, add 5 friends. Every day you come on Facebook, add 5 friends. Unfollow and unfriend those people that you know are not into anything at the moment and they cannot patronize you. What do? You unfollow them, unfriend them, and add people that you know are into something at the moment, because this will be your customers later on. Post on social media. This is going to get you a lot of attention. Facebook actually changed my life. At some point I was posting every amount of thing on my Facebook account, and today I have over 14,000 contacts from Facebook alone. And even though I'm no longer active on social media right now, do you know what happens? People still come to my inbox like every single day and say, hello, I want this, hello, I want that. And every time I get that kind of messages, I make money. So what am I trying to say in summary? You have to identify that maybe by adding a friend, send a friend request, they get it, or while scrolling through your Facebook feed and you see someone make a post, you have to be creative. You have to be able to see opportunities in what people are posting on their Facebook account. Once you're able to identify an opportunity, you go ahead and make an offer. So someone, I did this thing recently. So someone posted a link. Okay, someone on my Facebook posted a link to a book he has just written. What did I do? I sent a message and I told him, I can actually help you put this book on Google Books, on Amazon KDP, and then even build a profile for you, so that when somebody search for this your book, they would see you on Google search and they would patronize and buy your books. That's what I said to him. I did not tell him I'm a site developer. No. I had to identify what his problem is and I make an offer that goes along with it. And I sent him a message. And he was like, really? I said, yes. Let me know when we can talk on the phone so I can show you exactly what I mean. And he went on a call with me and we spoke about a couple of things. And you know what he did next? He said, okay, how much is it going to cost? And we talked the price and he sent me money. Is my friend already on Facebook? He made a post recently about his Facebook ever. He want to publish the Facebook. And I texted him, I said, I can help you sell more of these books. I asked him, have you heard about Amazon KDP? He said, yes. About Google Books? He said, yes. I said, okay, I just searched for your book on Google search now, and I did not find you on Google search. You should have a profile there so that people who want to buy your books, they don't have to look for you too much. And they say like, really? You say how much? And I told you an amount. And we drag the price, we drag the price. But guess what? I got paid. Just by scrolling through my Facebook and seeing a post and identifying the post, I made an offer, sent a message to him, and he's interested. And even if he was not interested in me immediately, he could be interested much later. The main thing is that I've sent him a message, and now he has seen my message and possibly come to view my profile and see the kind of post I do make on Facebook. And now, even if he has not paid money for anything, he would have still known, okay, I know what this guy does now. Maybe because we've been friends for a long time now, and he hasn't even checked my status before, or checked my reels before, or even come to my timeline to see what I have on my timeline. But because of that message I sent to him, that I went in there with a solution. He possibly now come to check me out, and now in his mind he knows someone that does this thing. In case someone else wants that same thing, or even he himself wants that same thing next month, next year, or thereabout. Now, assignment number 2 that I'm going to give to you guys. Assignment number 2. Now, I don't know what it is you do. If you are into cybersecurity, you are into analysis, development, UI UX design, whatever it is you do, right? This is your assignment. I want you to pick one niche inside your assignment. Like I said, if you are into web development, a niche inside that your program could be church website design, could be NGO website designs, could be school website designs, and whatever. If you are into UI UX, the same thing. If you're into videography, it could be restaurant video advertisement. So advertisement videos. It could be church advert video, it could be product advert video, it could be anything else. Now, inside whatever program that you're learning, I want you to pick one niche and then create one offer. Only one offer. Pick one niche inside your program, create one offer, and then make that post on your WhatsApp. Make that post on your Facebook. And then once you make that post on your Facebook, send it to my WhatsApp immediately so I can review what you've done. Or you can even send it to my WhatsApp first before you now post it. Okay? Send it to my WhatsApp. When I approve it, you post it. And when you've posted it, I want you to actually message one person. I want you to find one person. Find one person like this in your whole WhatsApp contact or in your whole Facebook contact list. Now, if you cannot find one person on your Facebook, that means that you have to go and unfriend a lot of people and start sending new persons friend requests. Because you must find one person or 2 or 3 persons that can actually answer or want what you do. If you are into cybersecurity, your target audience are people who own businesses. If you are into data analysis, your target are people that own businesses. Look for them on Facebook groups, look for them everywhere else, and then send friend requests to them. Don't spam Facebook or don't send too many requests, because send too many requests, they might get your account blocked. So what do? You send 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 2 again in the evening. That's 5 in a day. Don't send 20 requests at once, or they can ban your account. I don't know about right now, but as at 5 years ago plus, when I was still doing this, I was sending like 4 requests every single day. I don't have any issues with them. But what I want you to do is, whatever it is you're learning, if you've learned it up to 1 week now, you are going to pick one niche inside what you do. And you are going to create one offer and make a design out of it. In fact, without design, at least create one offer. And then you are going to send it to me. And when you send it to me, I will do what? I will review it, and you make the post about it. But let us go back again to what I mean by an offer. I should actually send this to... Did I already send this? Okay, yes. So if you check on the chart, on the live chat, we have the master formula, right? Then we have the skill, which is the program that you are learning right now. And then I said, inside that program, you need to pick a niche. And then you make an offer. And then the people there is where you actually have to get to post on your Facebook, on your WhatsApp, or wherever. Now, when you made this post, you reach out to people, and you are going to find somebody on your WhatsApp, find somebody on your Facebook. And like I said, if you cannot find anybody on Facebook, it means that you've been keeping the wrong friends all along. And what you have to do is what? Unfriend them if you have 5,000 friends already, and then start to add new friends so that you can actually send them a direct message about what you do. Before you text them, if you have issues texting them, ask me what to text them, and I do not mind going through your offer and then crafting a message for you to send to them. And then when you've done that, you have to reach out to at least 2 to 3 persons about your offer. What I'm saying to you right now is what people have done. I have done it myself, and I have gotten results. People have done and gotten a lot of results. And if you do not take this action and do this assignment religiously, then you can actually hold yourself accountable as the person who is actually holding yourself back. Because talk is cheap, desires is also cheap. To say, oh, this is what I want. If wishes were horses, right? They say wishes were horses, but wishes are not, or are cheap. But actions is what separates those that actually get results and those that don't get results. And you do not have to wait until you are good at what you do. I keep saying this thing. The right time is actually when the right time is to do something is when you're not fully ready about it yet. Let me paste the assignment in case anybody has issues really getting. So, assignment 2. Pick one niche, create one offer, send it to me for review, or simply post it and then message at least 3 people you know will be interested in that service. All right. So pick an offer. So pick a niche, create one offer or create one, and then send it to me for review, or simply post it. When you've posted it, allow it for some maybe 1 or 2 hours, then message somebody on your list that you've seen will need that your service. These are the simple steps that people take, and gradually these things change their lives small, little by little. This is what I used to do a lot 5 years ago, like a lot. And I was so smart that time that I did not just get to do things for people on Facebook. I always asked them, give me your WhatsApp number so I can send you the other details. Now, with their WhatsApp number, you are more closer to them than you would have been if you stopped on Facebook. You have to stay close to your clients. Stay close to your clients. And there's something I want to also bring to our notice on self-development. Most people will struggle because they fail to see the need to actually improve themselves on a daily basis. There's something called self-development. You have to constantly do that. And before you can develop yourself, you will need to do that by understanding yourself. As a matter of fact, acknowledgement is the very first step to take to develop yourself. You have to understand yourself, and then you need to also understand the people around you, because there are different kinds of people in this world, and then you have to decide who you want to associate yourself with. Like I mentioned just now, if you check your friends list on Facebook and you can't find people you can pitch your offer to, it means that you have actually been keeping the wrong set of friends on your Facebook account. So you have to understand the people around you. You have to understand the people around you. And this alone will change a lot of things. If you know me, I talk a lot about knowing your self weaknesses and your strength. We all focus so much on our strength, but there's something about our weaknesses that even makes us stronger. Now, if you know a lot about your weaknesses, one of the things that you will likely do next is you are going to always be afraid and nervous and scared. But you see, the more scared you are, like I said now, message 3 people now about your offer. Are you going to be afraid of that process? If you are afraid of that process, the main thing is, do you know that you are afraid of this process? Because if you know that you are afraid of this process, you have already done a lot for yourself already. Because if you are aware of the word that's coming, you are going to start getting so prepared. So yes, we all have our strength, but understand what are your weaknesses. We are all, stay honest to yourself and ask yourself, what are the things I'm bad at? And what are the things that I'm good at, right? Now, as you double down on the things that you are good at, you have to be aware of the things you are bad at. Because we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses. And as you're going to send people messages about what you do, you need to also understand that your target audience will likely and always be the middle class of people, or at least the people that you perceive to be the middle class, or even the lower class of people. I don't know if you know that there are classes of people, right? There are the upper classes, there are the middle classes, and then there are the working class, or should I call it the lower? No, not lower. Let's not call it lower class. Let's call it the working classes. While you are pitching businesses, right? While you're pitching your services, you have to be sure that this amount you are attaching to your products or your services is the right amount to send to a working class person, to a middle class person. Oh, this person is an upper class, category. This is what you can send to him or her as an offer. Now, like I told you, this class is beyond tech. It goes down to knowing these details. So I said I'll give you guys 2 assignments, right? I think I have to add one more assignment to you guys. I want you to research on the classes of people as pertaining to upper class, middle class, and the working class. What I'm telling you right now will do a lot for you. Even so, there are upper class businesses, there are middle class businesses, and then there are working class businesses too. This is not just people anymore now. So while sending your offer to some people make the mistake of sending an upper class proposal to someone that's in the working class, and that's when you hear people say things like, this amount, Jesus Christ, and they run away from the offer you just sent to them. That's because you made the mistake of sending an upper class proposal to someone that is the working class. Everybody has an offer that they can attend to. And your wisdom is going to be you getting to that point of knowing, okay, this person, you've profiled them to be middle class. And guess what? You just go to your proposal and edit the amount to middle class. Edit the pegs inside your offer to middle class. You see me, I do offers for a lot of persons. I did an offer for a church recently here in New York, and I did a mistake. I thought that they were in the middle class in terms of church category now, and I sent them a middle class offer. And I realized that, oh no, they're actually in the lower class. And before they could even say, I said, okay, don't worry, we've made a review on what we've done, and we decided to give you guys a discount. I told them that because you guys are a church, we want to give you guys some discount that will help you guys get the same services. And what did I do? I realized just then that no, I had sent a middle class offer to a church that's on the working or lower class. And I changed the amount and they were okay with it, and they made payment about 3 weeks ago, yeah. So before you send offers, right, these are the things you have to also be fully aware of. Who are the people you are sending your offer to? Don't just send offers blindly. And trust me, if you send a lower class offer to someone that's on the upper class, they will think you don't know what you are doing. And they will run away from you. They will not patronize you because you are not speaking their language. The same thing to do with the middle class. If you send a lower class offer to someone in the middle class, they will think this is not so good. For example, if someone that's on the middle class walks into a restaurant and the food woman tells him or her that they said one plate of food here is 2,000 naira, they will think this food is not good enough for them. But the same kind of food somewhere else is sold to them for 10,000 naira. Guess what they do? They're like, okay, this has to be the kind of food that is meant for me. Now, if you go and tell your client, I will build a website for you for 200,000 naira, some clients feel like you can't handle this for them. Because they know that the site that they should be getting should be between 500 and 1 million naira. Because they have friends that did this site some months or years ago told that they paid 2 million naira. So you're telling them that the same site can be built for 200,000 naira, makes them feel like, wait, what is this? This can't be good enough. But guess what? It is still the same HTML code, it's still the same CSS, and it's still the same JavaScript. But guess what the difference would be? The pricing. You are speaking the lower language. the lower class language to someone in the middle class. They can't understand you. So you understanding the categories of clients you'll be getting is very, very important too. The other day somebody told me someone prepared a proposal and sent me and said, I want to send it to this person. And I told her, this proposal you're sending, you should have attached an amount like 800,000 to this. Oh. And she was like, no, I'm not sure they will pay. Oh. And I asked her, why do you think that they won't pay? She was like, I don't know, can someone really pay that amount of money? I was looking at her like, wait, people pay times 4 of this. And she was wondering and struggling, even when I profiled the whole thing and told her, you can only charge 800K for this thing you are sending on this proposal for 250K. And she even agreed to put that amount up at 800K in my front door. But when she left me, she returned the amount back to 350K. Do you know what her problem was? Her problem is our current mindset, right? Our current mindset cannot adjust to the fact that someone can pay that amount of money for that amount of service. So if you were in our class last year when we talked about mindset shift, it is very, very important that you do away with all those mindset that Nollywood sold to us. And again, so to mention is some churches too that we went to. I myself went to some of those. Some church sells some mindset that keeps your mind really small. The people around you keep your mind really small at the same time too. So if you are here to achieve some level of success, right, you must also liberate your mind to that point where you are able to charge for the services that you are rendering or charge enough for it. Don't go and charge 20,000 naira for 4 you can charge 100,000 naira. And also another thing that you also take note of is that sometimes the jobs you are doing, if you are still below 30 or below 35 years, sometimes the jobs you are doing will not have to pay you only with money. Sometimes you have to get paid with other currencies. Sometimes you can take a job simply because you want to increase the number of clients on your portfolio, so you can use that to market and reach out to more persons. Because if you have only one client on your portfolio for so many years, it doesn't make sense. So even if you take some pay cut to get that number to increase, you do that. I do that too. And sometimes the people you're working with is not just because of the money that they're going to pay to you at the moment, but because you can have other conversations with other people and include their names in that conversation. And guess what? It spikes up your credibility indicator. If you guys play chess or play checkers here, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you make some certain moves for what? For another kind of move to be possible. Sometimes you have to let one game be taken from you first, so you can actually put them in place to take 2-3 games. If you play checkers or chess, you know what I'm talking about. Let's leave chess for now and talk about checkers. I think checkers is very, very practical at this level. You have to be grounded in whatever it is you're doing. You don't just hop into something and just do it, anyhow you want to do it, and after 1 week you say, it's not working, because this is the part that those that will last long in this business is actually separate from those that will just come in and after 1 year you no longer see them anymore. I see people every day say something like, "Oh, I used to do UI UX, I used to do web development, I used to do," and in their mind it doesn't pay. But this same thing, people have used it to build houses. The reason some people start this whole thing and they can't do it for so long and they've given up on it already is because they're not taking time to understand the game, how it is really played. You don't just think everybody is the same. There are people that are on the upper class, on the middle class, on the working class. You don't just send proposals. You don't just send messages. There are people you are going to say, "Oga Alpha now, see what I dey do here." Oh." There are people that are going to say, "Good morning, my chairman. These are the things." Even your tone, the tone of your message has to change. Because if you send Oga Alpha now to some level of client, they will ignore your message. If you also go some clients and then speak grammar to some clients, they will also ignore your message. There are some people that you have to send a whole document and give it to them to go through it and decide on what to do next. There are people that you send the whole document to them like that, it is going to be there on the inbox because they can't read. When they open it and see that you've had 3 pages, they can't go through it at all. Before you send these messages, you have to do the review and tell yourself, this will be for this person, that for this other person. There are times that I have to travel to Port Harcourt, Enugu, another place to meet clients. Now, some people like me would say things like, I'm this, I'm that. You see me and you don't want to trust me, then leave it alone. I'm already this. You should have already been able to give me this job without me coming over. But again, when I do my proper profiling, right, and I see that this person here I will sell to that person better if they see me face to face and give me a handshake. Sometimes, okay, the other day I went to Benin. Sorry, I went to Enugu. And I went into the MD's office. It's an oil company, actually. Into the MD's office. And he said, "Oh, welcome, Lawson." I said, "Thank you very much, sir." I said, "I think we already have whatever we needed to do. And, okay, it's a deal. Let's proceed." And he gave me a handshake. And I shook him. And we did not stay for 4 minutes together. And deal was signed. He just called the treasurer or the accountant or whoever and he just asked me, "How much did you say you want as first deposit again?" I told him we would take 65% deposit. He said, "Okay, you make the transfer before the day runs out." And within 4 to 5 minutes, the meeting was over. And I left to Uyo by 6 a.m. to Enugu. And by 11 a.m. when I met him, I can't remember the time. I think around that 1 o'clock when I met him, we spent like, let's say, 5 minutes in total, and the meeting was over. Now, this sort of clients are best sold to if they see you face to face. Some clients would even take their private jet. In fact, we have something that we did sometime with somebody from Jordan, which this man happened to actually travel all the way from Jordan to Nigeria to actually meet me, and the meeting did not last up to an hour. And within 1 hour time, the meeting was already over. Okay, I'm coming, guys. Do you understand? Now, you need to understand this part of the whole game, right? You don't send, it's not a one shoe fits it all. You don't send an offer that you should be sending to this person to this person. Before you send an offer, research on this person, ask yourself, what will work for this? And sometimes if you think that this will work for this person, once you text them, how they respond would make you know, okay, this is that, that would be that. Now, this is the part where I come in. If you have these challenges, what do? You send me a message about this kind of client, and we can review this whole thing together so you know, okay, this is what I should do next. That's what I should do next. You have to understand the classes of people and the classes of businesses so that you do not interact with someone on the upper class like you are told someone on the lower class. A simple preview of their Facebook account will tell you everything you need to know. A simple lookup on their business profile will make you know what these people are all about and where you can simply place them to get results. Because now that I've said you should go and send proposal, you might go and write proposal and send it anyhow. You go and talk to somebody that's on the middle class, like somebody on the lower class. I am stressing this thing very well because this is the part that most people fail at. There are different kinds of people and business in this world, and you must speak their language. They used to say, people say, when you are in Rome, you have to behave like the Romans. So how do you do that? You don't talk to someone on the upper class like you talk to someone on the lower class. In fact, if you're using ChatGPT to write your messages, tell ChatGPT the class of person this client is. And it is going to help you do what? Send the right kind of message to that person. This is the part that people fail. People say, oh, I have sent proposal, I have submitted. What have you submitted? You possibly spoke the wrong language and they can't understand you. If they cannot understand you, they cannot patronize you. Please note that wisdom is a defense. This thing I'm teaching you now is bigger than knowledge. This is wisdom now. Being able to decipher between this client and that client is a lot of wisdom that will open doors for you. That client I told you guys in Enugu, I was the one that made an offer. I told them, I can come to your office so we can meet and clear this up and strike a deal. And when they were like, yeah, okay, that's great. When can you do that? I said I can do that tomorrow. And the next thing, the following day, before 11 or whatever, was in Enugu. And I met with him, and the whole meeting lasted less than 5 minutes. But that is the language that man understands. I have a client also who only understands video calls. You want to tell him that his site needs to be renewed. If you don't call him on a video call, you have a lot of issues with getting him to buy it. But if you go on a video call with him for only 5 minutes, he's like, oh really? You say yes. You say okay, all right, send account number. That particular client is actually in Ghana, and he loves to make video calls like too much. But you have to be able to understand the kinds of people you are working with. I have a client that likes to call me to come outside so we can take a bottle. If I just tell him and tell him, hello sir, your site will expire in 30 days time, the next thing he will tell me is, oh really? He said yes. He said, okay, now let's meet up so place. And when you go, I don't drink beer, but when you go there, I sometimes just sit down and drink beer. Do you know why? Because sometimes you have to speak their language too. And after we drank the beer, he will take his phone out and he will tell you, he will ask you again, how much again? You will tell him the amount and he will send the money right there for you. Usually we send a receipt to our client. This one no define receipt. And if you tell him any amount of money the renewal fee will cost, he will pay immediately. But if you don't see him face to face, he can't understand you. I don't know why he does that. But when you see him, usually when you turn up, he's already with his bottle of beer in his hand. And you ask you, what do you want to drink? I'll tell him origin. Tell him whatever I tell him. Say, okay, give him. And whilst before the beer don't finish from my hand, I don't collect money. And I'm going back home. So you need to understand the language that each of your clients will understand. It's 10 o'clock and this live session should stop very soon. But if you don't get anything else, you need to get that wisdom is a defense in this thing you're doing. And you must be wise enough to actually know when and where and how to follow some things up. For example, there are classes of people and there are classes of businesses, and how you talk to them differs. Some people don't just send a proposal. Some people you send a short message and tell them, let me know when we can talk on the phone. And then you drop your number to them. If they drop their number to you now also, and they don't even tell you the time that you should call them, what do? You go ahead and call them and say, hello, I wanted to know what time we could talk. And some would say, we can talk now. You say, okay, fine. So this, that is what we are all about. Some people, you need to talk to them on the phone like this before they think that your service is real. To some people, you have to meet them one-on-one. To some other people, if you like meet them or you go send them proposal way long, detail, they will tell you, give me, I don't want to mention his name right now, most of you will know him here. He's a school owner here in Akwa Ibom State. They will tell you to send, they will say comprehensive, detailed about whatever you're talking about. And when you send that to them, they will review it. And usually they ask no question, but this detail is necessary for them to take the next step with you. Now, if you are not wise enough, you would think, why are they stressing me? I don't tell you what you're supposed here. Why you want make I send another document again? You cannot say that if you are here for business. Understand your client. Understand your potential client and understand how to follow up with them. Because if you copy one format for every single client you are looking for, it will work on only those. But see, it isn't even about trying to catch all the fishes, right? When you meet a client with the potential, right? Maybe you added someone on Facebook, he does something that you want to actually provide some solutions to. You first of all go to his post and read some product that he makes and how he speaks. In fact, you can copy somebody's post, 2, 3, 4 of them, and tell ChatGPT, I'm about to pitch to this person, following what he has been talking about and how he talks about it. How should I communicate with this person? Someone messaged me the other day and said, listen, the day I have 50 clients that renew sites with me, I would have blown. That's because he saw that I have over 140. Now, how did I get all of these clients? I understand each of my clients' languages. That's my job. I have to understand these clients because in my own kind of area of business, I've gotten myself to that point where I don't do business with you one time forever. I do business with you in a way that we will be in business for years to come. So if I expect you to pay me money every single year for the next 20 years and 30 years to come, I have to understand your language. It's a small price to pay. I have clients that pay a lot of money to my account every single year. So, and what do? I buy crayfish for their wives sometimes. It is still me speaking on with their own languages, right? It's 10 o'clock, and we will likely have to call it a day from here and continue next time. But definitely we are going to have a class by next week. Definitely next week we have a class by next week. And thank you so much for paying me so much attention today. Thank you for your time. And I owe you guys platform you can do proper domain review. If it is possible, I will even have to make a video on how to do that, and I will send it across to all the groups on WhatsApp so we can all learn, make use of it, and benefit from that too. So like I said, thank you so much for paying attention. You don't pay money for this particular program, it's for free, but at the same time you paid with something bigger than money, which is attention, and then you paid with your energy and with your time. So thank you very much until next week when we will do this all over again, but we're going to be treating a different topic